I tried to quit drinking for 8 years. And in the past year, I have finally succeeded, but I couldn't have done it without changing this one belief. I'm going to tell you what it is right away, but I encourage you to stay to the end of the video because I'm going to share a lot of information with you about how my thought process worked and what I actually did to change my belief and how you can change your beliefs too if you'd like. So, the belief I changed to get me to stop drinking was what I believed about myself. Specifically, I decided to see myself as a non drinker. So, I want to tell you what led me to the realization that changing this belief was essential if I wanted to stop drinking. And then I'm going to tell you how I did it, how I changed my belief. And I'll share some different strategies that you can try to shift your beliefs as well, because changing what you believe about yourself isn't always easy. It's simple. The strategies are simple, but not always easy, but you can do it. Anyone can change what they believe about themselves. And what you believe about yourself creates your behavior and your reality. Since 2006, I have studied so many different world philosophies, spiritual philosophies. I've studied the law of attraction, the law of assumption, Christianity, Buddhism. I've gone through different training methods about changing my life, including trainings with Tony Robbins, Brooke Castillo, Christy Daniels, Maya Diamond, Joe Dispenza. I can keep going. I love this kind of work. I love delving into psychology, philosophy, how the universe operates. And a common theme in all of these is that what you believe about yourself matters. What you believe changes your reality, and what you believe about yourself can change your health, your actions, your reality. It changes everything. And what I came to realize about my relationship with alcohol was that it was different than my relationship with other substances that I don't use. And here's the difference with substances that I don't use, I knew that I didn't use them. I knew deep down that I didn't use them. For example, except for a handful of times that I've experimented with marijuana, I don't do drugs. I'm not a drug user. I don't see myself as a drug user. I've never wanted to do drugs. If someone asks me, hey, do you party? My answer is no, because I don't. And it occurred to me that I've had people in my life that don't drink. My grandmother, for example, one of my grandmothers really likes drinking. The other one was a teetotaler. She was not a drinker. And if you asked her, she would tell you she was a teetotaler. She wasn't a drinker. She was never tempted and she didn't drink. And that was it. And I started to realize that I didn't see myself that way when it came to alcohol. I did not see myself as a non drinker. And as long as I didn't see myself as a non drinker, I was really going to struggle not to drink. And that's why I like using the term non drinker more than sober or sobriety, because I'm not just assigning an adjective to myself. I'm not using a noun like sobriety, like it's something separate from myself. I want to embody this as my identity. I am a non drinker. I am a teetotaler. That's who I want to be. Now, I know that AA teaches something different, and I don't want to discredit AA. I'm going to talk about them in a little bit. Some examples in my own life that have made this very clear and powerful, in addition to my grandmother, are my mom. My mom hates cigarette smoking. She has never once put a cigarette in her mouth. She's not a smoker. And she knows she's not a smoker and she just doesn't do it. For me, when I was in high school, there were a lot of people around me that were smoking weed or marijuana. We call it weed. My generation in the USA calls it weed. A lot of my friends, people around me were smoking marijuana. I didn't want to. I had taken a class on drugs when I was like 11 or 12 years old that really scared me out of wanting to try anything. So I did not have any desire to smoke marijuana. I did not see myself as a pothead. I didn't see myself as a weed user. I was someone that didn't do drugs. Now, I drank alcohol, but I wasn't doing drugs and I was never tempted to try it. However, when I was 21, I went to Amsterdam. It was the first time that I had been in a city where marijuana was legal and regulated. And so I felt comfortable trying it. And I tried it for the first time. I came back to the US. And then when I was with my friends and they pulled out weed, I would have some. And it's interesting to me to think about how easily I shifted from thinking of myself as someone that didn't smoke marijuana to someone that could smoke it. I know that this is a different way than how Alcoholics Anonymous looks at sobriety. AA and NA, Narcotics Anonymous, teach you that once you're an addict or once you're an alcoholic, you're always an alcoholic and you have to recognize that you're always an alcoholic. I have a family member that went through AA and she's also been addicted to drugs. And she says, I'm an alcoholic and I'm an addict, even though she's in recovery. Even when she's not actively drinking or actively using, she still calls herself an alcoholic. And she has struggled time and again with relapses. I've asked myself how her experience would be different if instead of believing I'm an alcoholic and I'm an addict, if she shifted her belief to, I don't do drugs. I'm not a person who does drugs. I'm not a drug user. I'm not a drinker. I am a non-drinker. I'm a teetotaler. If you have struggled with addiction and alcoholism, please take what I'm saying and apply it to the rest of the information that you have and what's working for you as you see fit. If you decide to start seeing yourself as a non-drinker, I would encourage you to also recognize, and if I start drinking again, I will then be a drinker again. I will then be in active alcoholism again, but I'm not drinking. I don't drink. I'm a non-drinker and I'm never going to drink again. I want to share the 2 specific techniques that I used in order to change this belief about myself and start seeing myself as a non-drinker. It didn't happen overnight. It was something that I had to practice again and again before it really stuck. And the first one is mirror work. Mirror work is a technique where when you want to change a belief about yourself, you can talk to yourself in the mirror and tell yourself your new beliefs. Tell yourself your own affirmations in the mirror, looking into your own eyes, repeating the things that you want to believe. It's recommended that you do this right before bed or when you wake up in the morning. I did a slight variation of this, and I gave myself pep talks in the mirror before I went into situations where I knew that I might be tempted to drink. So if I was going to have dinner with friends, especially friends who I normally had wine with, or if I was going to an event where I knew there would be alcohol and my friends would be drinking, I would stand in the mirror as I was getting ready and I would look myself in the eye and I would say, Rollie, you are not a drinker. You don't drink alcohol. You're not going to drink tonight because you're not a drinker. You're going to have a fabulous time. You're going to have more fun because you don't drink and you're not a drinker. You're not a drinker. You're not going to drink tonight. You're going to get to the restaurant and you're going to have soda water with lime because that's my favorite. So I would have my plan and I would tell myself my plan in the mirror. And I would say, I believe in you. You're going to have soda water with lime. You're going to have fabulous conversations. You're going to remember everything tomorrow. You're going to feel so good. I'm so proud of you. You can do this. You've got this. And I would look myself in the eye and I would repeat that until I really believed it inside. And then as soon as I got to the event or the restaurant, I followed my plan. I got my soda water right away so I wouldn't be tempted to drink. Now, when I started doing this, there were times that I succeeded and there were times that I failed. There were times that I got to the restaurant or the event and I got my soda water and I had a fabulous time without alcohol. And there were other times where I got there and maybe for the first hour, I stuck to my plan and then I gave way to temptation and I had a drink. But over time, as I practiced doing this, it got easier and easier to the point that now, after a whole year of really cutting back the amount that I was drinking, I'm on my 6th week alcohol-free as a non-drinker, complete non-drinker, zero alcohol. And I'm confident that I can keep going because I've really shifted the way that I see myself into someone who doesn't drink. The second technique that I use to shift my belief about myself, so I see myself as someone who doesn't drink alcohol, is prayer. And this is what I said. Dear God, please help me. I'm craving alcohol and I don't want to drink. I don't want to be a drinker anymore. I don't want to see myself as someone who drinks anymore. Please help me see myself differently. Please help me see myself through your eyes. Please help me see myself through the eyes of love. Please help me see myself as a non drinker. Please guide me. Please support me. Please be with me. Please help me. Please guide me and work through me in everything that I do. Please help me believe in myself. And I would also say the same prayers, but with thank you. Thank you for helping me believe in myself. Thank you for helping me see myself as a non drinker. Thank you for guiding me and working through me in everything that I do. So on and so forth. If I was halfway through the event and I could feel myself wanting to cave to the temptation of drinking, I would step into the bathroom and say the same prayer in the bathroom or do the same mirror work. Either get out my phone, look at myself in the face, or look in the mirror if there is a stall with a mirror and whisper to myself, "You're not a drinker. You're having a fabulous time. You're going to go home tonight sober. You're going to get an amazing night's sleep." All the things that I wanted to be experiencing, I would tell myself and I would encourage myself and tell myself how proud I was of myself and how much I believed in myself. So, these are just a couple of techniques that you can use to shift your self identity. The key to changing your behavior is changing your own self concept or what you believe about yourself, how you see yourself. There are many techniques that you can use to shift your beliefs, especially your beliefs about yourself. I'm really looking forward to sharing more on this channel with you. And I also want to say that if you decide that you're going to adopt this identity of being a non drinker, or you're going to adopt the mindset shifts that I talked about in my last video or any of my other videos, and you don't have success, please don't give up. Maybe watching videos on the internet will be the key to get you to stop drinking, but maybe you need more. And it's okay if you need more support. I needed more support. Like I told you, for 20 years, I've done a multitude of training programs on how to shift my mindset, how to shift my patterns and my behaviors, how to really dig deep and understand why I was doing the things I was doing, why I believe the things I believe, and how to shift those things to create a different reality for myself. So I haven't specifically done a program to shift out of being a person that consumes alcohol into a person who doesn't. But I've done a lot of other programs that required me to participate actively to help me learn how to shift my identity and shift my behavior. So if you are not able to do that just by watching videos, don't feel bad. Please continue seeking the support that will get you to the place that you want to be. Don't give up. Don't beat yourself up. Don't tell yourself you can't do it. I would invite you to tell yourself, I can do this. I'm going to find a way. There's nothing wrong with me. If I'm a person who's been drinking, my brain is designed to crave more alcohol because of the chemical reactions that happens in my brain. And I can shift out of that pattern. And if I need extra support, it's okay. I think what's not okay is knowing that you need extra support and giving up. But please, please don't beat yourself up if you can't do this just by watching some videos on the internet. If you can, wonderful. If you can't, keep going, keep searching. You will find the technique that works for you. I promise you. And if you would like more guidance, please let me know in the comments. Would you like for me to make an affirmation track that you can repeat to yourself during your mirror work, or a prayer that you can use to pray along with and ask God for guidance? Let me know if you would like for me to create these things or anything else that you would like to hear from me. I'm so excited to share more about my journey with you as I embark on my new life as a non drinker. And I also have a lot more that I can't wait to share with you about mindset, manifestation, creating the life of your dreams. I have a few more videos here that you can choose from, or in the comments or description of this video, depending on which platform you're watching. And I will also put a link below where you can sign up for my email list. So if I do make an affirmation track or a prayer, a meditation track, I will email it to you to let you know that it's ready. My name is Rollie. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you soon.